Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Wednesday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is a list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight, in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Thursday, for your Friday, the upcoming weekend, and on to the first half of next week. So, without further ado, let's get things started here on this Wednesday night as I begin my National Day calendar segment. And of course, tonight's my featured National Day holiday from today is that today was National Senior Citizens Day. On this day, National Senior Citizens Day recognizes the achievements of the more mature. On this day, National Senior Citizens Day recognizes the achievements of. On this day, National Senior Citizens Day recognizes the achievements of the more mature representatives of our nation. Today provides an opportunity to show our appreciation for their dedication, accomplishments, and services they give throughout their lives. According to the 2017 census, 47 million seniors live in the United States. By 2060, that number will nearly double. Their wealth of knowledge, skill, and experience offers so much to the next generation. As technologies advance, these are the people who experience each step of change. Not only have they contributed to it, but they understand firsthand the benefits and the drawbacks. They know life without the advancements that exist today. Our senior citizens are pioneers of science, medicine, psychology, civil rights, and so much more. Their valuable contributions to our communities create better places to live. They deserve the respect and dignity their achievements earn them. Today encourages supporting senior citizens to live their lives to the fullest and as independently as possible. So did you all spend this Wednesday? Spend time with the senior citizens you know. Let them know they are appreciated and loved. It may also be a good day to volunteer at a retirement home, such as the Glen in Southeast Shreveport. I believe it's off Lorna Lucas, such as the Glen, and many other ones. Share your smile with those who may not otherwise get a visitor today. If you are a senior citizen, check for special discounts and promotions that may be offered at stores and restaurants in your area. Use hashtag Senior Citizens Day to post on social media. On August 19, 1988, President Ronald Reagan signed a proclamation declaring August 21st as National Senior Citizens Day. So the ages in the senior citizens, so the age varies. Different parts of the U.S. government even listed age differently. Medicare age-based benefits kick in at the age of 65. However, to collect Social Security, eligibility begins for seniors at age 62. Many stores, restaurants, and services offer discounts to senior citizens. Each location may define a senior citizen by different ages. So it's important to check first before expecting a discount. A growing number of senior citizens are continuing to work beyond the age of 65. According to Pew Research, more baby boomers are working beyond retirement than the previous generation. However, the more senior citizens still choose to fully retire at the age of 65. Excuse me. So that's what today's National Day holiday was being mainly concentrated on. National Senior Citizens Day, and here are other National Day holidays list from today's list that included Brazilian Blowout Day. Also today was National Spumoni Day. So spumoni, it is a delicious frozen treat which comes from southern Italy. And of course, once again, I do apologize for the delayed start in tonight's video again from the. I was watching the third night of the 2024 Democratic Democratic Convention tonight, which is held in Chicago. And tonight, the notable guest speakers included former President Bill Clinton, former talk show host Oprah Winfrey, and also the one of the tops, and of course Tim Walz is accepting the nominee to be chosen as to run for vice president. Tomorrow night, Vice President Kamala Harris is scheduled to speak at the fourth and final night of the 2024 Democratic National Convention. So I believe I can squeeze in a little time to give you guys some info on it. Unlike what I had, because I've given you guys so much of information, so very little information about the Democratic National Convention during the first two nights. The 2024 Democratic National Convention is an ongoing presidential nominating convention in which delegates of the United States. The 2024 Democratic National Convention is an ongoing presidential nominating convention in which delegates of the United States Democratic Party will vote on the party platform and ceremonially report their vote to nominate Vice President Kamala Harris for president and affirm her choice of Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota for vice president of the 2024 The 2024 Democratic National Convention is an ongoing presidential nominating convention in which delegates of the United States Democratic Party will vote on the party platform and ceremonially report their vote to nominate Vice President Kamala Harris for president and affirm her choice of Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota for vice president in the 2024 presidential election. It is currently being held August 19th through the 22nd at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. So, of course, tonight was the third night. Delegates nominated Harris for president through online and phone voting that lasted from August 1st to the 5th. Harris is the first black woman and first South Asian person to be the presidential nominee of a major political party in the United States and the first Democratic presidential nominee from the Western United States. Earlier in the year, on March 12th, incoming President Joe Biden became the presumptive nominee against token opposition during the primaries. Conflicts with ballot deadlines led the Democratic National Committee to vote on June 20th to allow an early online nomination vote. Following his June 27th debate performance and decision on July 21st to withdraw his candidacy, that was exactly a month ago today, Biden had endorsed Harris. With the other most viable presidential prospects endorsing Harris, she secured the support of enough convention delegates to make her the new presumptive nominee the next day. And Harris was the only candidate with enough delegate support to be on the ballot. The typical circumstances was described by the New York Times as starting a campaign unlike any in modern times. So the following were speak. So Monday night's theme of the Democratic Convention was for the people. Tuesday night, that was last night. The second night was a bold vision for America's future. And tonight's theme was so the third night was MC. The third night's theme tonight, that will be tonight's theme, was a fight for our freedoms. The third night, which happened to be tonight, was MC by actress Mindy Kaling. The third night was MC by actress Mindy Kaling, featuring performances by Maren Morris, Stevie Wonder, John Legend, and Sheila E. Vice presidential nominee Minnesota Governor Tim Walz delivered his acceptance speech. Pete Buttigieg was scheduled had a primetime speaking slot, and also former Bill Clinton had the honors to speak. It was confirmed that Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi was also scheduled to speak, and it was reported that Congressman Maxwell Frost was also slated to speak as well. The evening was headlined by Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and former President Bill Clinton, and also former television host former TV host Oprah Winfrey was the speaker. Former daytime talk show host Oprah Winfrey had the honors to deliver a speech during tonight's Democratic National Convention. The fourth and final night is scheduled to take place tomorrow night, and of course the theme for that will be For Our Future. The final night will be emceed by actress Kerry Washington. Presidential nominee Vice President Kamala Harris will deliver her acceptance speech. Other notable guest singers will represent Adam Kinzinger, Tammy Baldwin, Adam Kinzinger, and Gretchen Whitmer, just to name a few. Well, that's enough with that. That's all the info that I have for you on that subject. And of course, let's focus on your weather for tomorrow as we move into the second half of the weekend. And some of our East Texas counties are under an ozone action day for tomorrow, Thursday, August 22nd. An ozone action day is in effect for Smith, Gregg, Upshur, Rusk, and Harrison counties in East Texas tomorrow, which is Thursday. Atmospheric conditions are expected to be favorable, producing high levels of ozone on Thursday across these areas. So elsewhere across the Arkansas region is not under an ozone action day. I believe we've here across the entire region had an ozone action day maybe 3 weeks ago. Noticeably cooler and less humid conditions will continue across most of the region overnight. Low temperatures will range from the low to mid 60s in our north and eastern zones, with upper 60s to lower 70s in our western zones. So we're expecting a nice, clear, rather comfortable night for us tonight. So we should have our low temperatures tomorrow morning, late tonight, early tomorrow morning, either side of 70. Tomorrow will be a noticeably nice day. So afternoon high temperatures tomorrow, which is Thursday, will range from the upper 80s in our northern zones to the low to mid 90s across the remainder of the region. So we should see temperatures fairly not far from where they should be this time of year. Slight rain chances will return to portions of the region tomorrow as a weak disturbance moves over the area. Otherwise, expect partly cloudy skies. So I wouldn't count on much of a rain chance to invade our area tomorrow night. So I will keep you guys up to date if that were to happen. And averages and records for this day. Normal high is 95, normal low is 73. 107 is the record high set on this date back in 2023. That was just a year ago today. It was just a year ago today when we were constantly breaking and tying records like crazy during the miserably, incredibly hot summer we've had this time a year ago. 59 is the record low set on this day back in 1940. And again, the air quality alert is being issued in portions of our East Texas counties. Elsewhere, heat advisories have been issued in portions of Deep East Texas and also some of our East Texas counties and Deep East Texas counties. So that's where a dangerous heat wave is being settled over in portions of Texas, as they've seen high temperatures exceeding the century mark. So they've experienced much hotter conditions in parts of Texas. I believe some parts of, I saw that is it San Angelo or Abilene, Texas, have reached like 113. And of course, all across that area in the Shreveport radar is quiet here on this Wednesday night. We're not seeing any We're not seeing any. We're not seeing any returns of. We're not seeing any shower thunderstorm activity, but we're seeing a few small shower. I want to say like in a portion of East Central Texas or across the Gulf Coast, along the Gulf, of somewhere out in the Gulf, off the Texas Gulf Coast, and also seeing a few small showers in portions of eastern Alabama and western Georgia, and also across portions of the northern Florida Panhandle. Elsewhere across the area, all is quiet here on this Wednesday night. So, basically not a lot that's happening here on this Wednesday night. And of course, that's that upper level, that stationary frontal bound. That's what brought us a cooler and drier air. So some of us will be waking. Some of us will get our day started tomorrow morning in the 60s. Now, how do you like that for August? I mean, it's not unusual, but it certainly has been nice. Now today we've had sunshine along with a few clouds. And of course, it's been a day we are working enjoying with the lower humidity, but that's why I say enjoy it while it lasts, because so we've seen sunshine, mainly sunshine along with a few clouds, and of course the feels like temperatures now we actually reached temperatures are fairly close to normal, somewhere in the low to mid 90s, kind of like what you expect for this time of year. It's expected to see dew point and humidity levels were unusually low during this time of year. Something. Of course, we've seen dew point levels dropping into the 50s, like 57 degrees is what the dew point temperature was. So that means we've had plenty of dry air. We've had plenty of excuse me. We've had plenty of dry air in place, and now I'll let you guys know exactly how long that's going to last. Temperature outside here on this Wednesday night is 81 degrees with clear skies. We have an east wind at 8 miles per hour. Humidity is 54%. Dew point is 63 degrees. When we're seeing a temperature 60 with dew points in the 60s, that means the air mass is rather dry and comfortable, rather pleasant, making it a fairly nice evening without the humidity. And of course, it feels like temperature is 82 degrees, so it doesn't at all feel that humid. So it's nice for us to have a very comfortable, pleasant days without the humidity. Good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing? How was your day today? How was your day today, Jessica? So it's been nice, but so it's kind of nice that we have cooler and dry air settling in place, and you have cooler and drier that's settling in place. That's the reason for the lower dew points and lower humidity. Something we typically do not get to experience much during this time of year. Dangerous heat persists in the southern U.S. Fire weather concerns in the west. A dangerous heat wave will persist across the southern plains and the Gulf Coast through much of this week. High temperatures are expected to climb into the triple digits with numerous new records. Elevated to critical fire weather conditions are forecast over the Great Basin and Intermountain West due to dry air, dry thunderstorms, and strong winds. So we're dealing with some fairly nice and comfortable. We're dealing with some fairly nice and comfortable weather with the afternoon high temperatures, not far from where they should be. Just where the seasonal temperatures, and not much out the ordinary. But not only do I have, of course, And at the moment, we do not have anything active in the tropics, which is something that would be entirely rare for this time of year. So at the moment, the tropics are remaining quiet for right now. And I will keep you guys up to date if a new tropical system were to develop. So tonight, tonight we have, tonight skies will be clear. So, so it should be. So if you're looking for comfortable, calm and refreshing conditions, then of course, might as well. So tonight we should have another rather clear and comfortable evening tonight. As we bottom out at 70 degrees, but the skies will be clear. And also, it's going to be rather nice and comfortable. Now this morning's low temperature, 71 degrees. It's the lowest temperature we've seen so far this month, and also the lowest we've had since late June. Since I want to say July 26th, we last reached the lower 70s. But the last time we reached the 60s for lows here in Shreveport, would it be exactly a month ago to that, was back on July 21st. So tonight with clear skies, we should bottom at 70 degrees. Normal low is 73, so we'll be a few degrees below normal. Now, of course, which is always a nice setup for a change. So we should bottom out at 70 degrees with clear skies. Winds will be from the east at 7 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Now tomorrow, with lots of sunshine, we should be expecting another regular seasonal day for us with high temperature of 95 degrees with lots of sunshine. So if you've enjoyed the abundant sunshine today, with the exception of few clouds, looks like tomorrow will be another rather enjoyable day for you as well, as we'll top out at 95 degrees. In fact, tomorrow should be a rather seasonal day for us, but without the humidity. So tomorrow we should see temperatures fairly. So tomorrow, going into your Thursday, we should be basically right at normal, as we top it at 95 degrees with plenty of sunshine. We have an east wind at 7 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Excuse me. So we should be expecting clear skies overnight tonight, with temperatures dropping from in the low to mid 70s. So we will begin tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. with the temperature 70 degrees. 9 a.m. tomorrow with sunshine, we should be at 77 degrees. Noon tomorrow with sunshine, we should be at 86 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, we should be at 92 degrees with sunshine. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with sunshine, we should be at 93 degrees. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with clear skies, we should be at 84 degrees. So if you've enjoyed the sunshine, like if you've enjoyed sunshine today, it looks like tomorrow it's going to be a rather nice day. Tomorrow's going to be a rather nice August day for us as well, as we'll see temperatures just about where you should be this time of year. So, but eventually upper 90s and possible triple digits could return. And also, I'll let you guys, and also we could have another chance of rain returning. And I'll let you guys know when we could be expecting our next best chance of rain. But unfortunately, if you're looking for any rain, it doesn't look like we're going to see much of anything happening over the next few days. Save for our folks over in portions of East Texas that could be experiencing at least a slight chance of a shower or two with the weak cold front frontal boundary coming through. But as of right now, that should not be a concern for us. But I'll let you guys know if it happens to come out. I'll keep you guys up to date. Excuse me. So here's what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. Tonight with clear skies, we should bottom out at 70. So after a low temperature night, 70 degrees. Of course, would be no surprise tomorrow if we were to start off in the 60s. So I do have forecasts in the 60s. So tomorrow morning we should be on either side of 70 degrees. So this can be a fairly after a fairly, as I say, I call it mild, a fairly cool start to the day tomorrow with low temperature around 70 degrees. Tomorrow with sunshine, lots of sunshine. Just like today, we should be at 95 degrees with sunshine. We have an east wind at 7 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. So we should have plenty of sunshine tomorrow with a high of 95, low of 70. Winds will be from the east at 7 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain tomorrow as we go into your Thursday. Now your Friday, looks like your Friday is going to be a rather nice one as well. Although we have plenty of sunshine, but it will be on the rather hot side. but not extremely hot. So we'll wrap up the week with plenty of sunshine. Of course, it will be very warm. Be another rather hot day for us with a high of 97, low of 73. We'll have winds from the southeast at 7 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain. Saturday, of course, it will be mostly sunny and hot with a high of 99, low of 72. Winds will be from the southeast at 7 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain. Sunday, of course, we will be hot with mostly sunny skies. Just remember to use extreme caution if you must spend time outdoors. With the high of 98, low of 74. Winds will be from the east southeast at 7 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain. It looks like it will be, as we go into your Monday, where it will be hot with partly cloudy skies. High of 99, low of 77. We'll have a southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Tuesday, of course, we could see temperatures climbing to the century mark. As you go into your Tuesday, it will be a hot day for us with mostly cloudy skies. High of 101, low of 75. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. So only 10% chance, not greater than 10% going to your Tuesday. Week from today, that would be for next Wednesday, the 28th. Where partly mostly cloudy skies with a couple showers and thunderstorms with the high of 95, low of 74. Winds will be from the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. And it looks like going to your Thursday with mostly cloudy skies. Highs will be in the low 90s. Chance of rain 10%. This is for next Thursday, which is the 29th. We have mostly cloudy skies. Highs will be in the low 90s. Chance of rain 10%. And next Friday, which is the 30th, we have mostly sunny skies with highs in the low 90s and chance of rain 10%. Next Saturday, which is the 31st, we have partly cloudy skies, a couple showers and thunderstorms, slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm, or two possible. Highs will be in the low 90s, chance of rain 20%. So if you're looking for any rain, it doesn't look like we're going to see much of anything happening. So far this month we've only had 1 day of measurable precipitation out the entire month. So if you're looking for lots of rain, do not expect much of any to occur until at least the middle of next week. So we're gonna be we're looking at temperatures so the next several days will be rather seasonably hot. And of course the humidity will return. So if you prefer a little taste of September and August or a little preview of fall, then I've got the forecast set up for you for tomorrow. So looks like that the lowest temperatures of the next several days. So if you prefer lows in the 60s to 70s, then you might want to enjoy tonight and again tomorrow night, Friday morning, because we will see viewpoint humidity. Of course, the humidity will eventually return. So will the heat. So we eventually will see temperatures returning to the warming back up into the upper 90s, close to 100. So we will have highs in the mid to upper 90s each day through at least Monday of next week. So between tomorrow and Monday, we should have highs in the upper 90s, beginning with tomorrow, which is Thursday, all the way through Monday, all the way through the start of next week. And then we'll top it at one. Then we'll reach the triple. Then we'll reach the triple digits by the time we get into your Tuesday. And then with this another, and of course our next chance of rain will lower us back into the mid 90s by the time we get to your Wednesday. The middle of next week will be back to seasonal temperatures. So we have several days of plenty of sunshine on the way. So once again, we'll have highs in the mid 90s for tomorrow, and then we'll have highs in the mid 90s again. We will have highs in the mid to upper 90s over the next several days, beginning with tomorrow, all the way through Monday of next week. Then we top out. Then we top out in the low 100s. Top out. You'll reach the century mark for Tuesday. That's likely going to be the hottest we'll see as we reach 101 come Tuesday of next week, before we ease back down into the mid 90s toward the middle of next week. Now, rain chances are not, so between now and at least next Monday into Tuesday, we're not expecting any rain. So no rain is expected for tomorrow all the way through at least Monday. 10% chance Tuesday, maybe it's 10% chance Tuesday, and only 20% by the time we get to your Wednesday of next week. So, and unfortunately, it does not look like we have much in the way of any rain on the way. And of course, rainfall total should be well under 1/10 of an inch between now and the middle of next week. Only 4/10 of an inch. Only 4/10. Well under 1/10 of an inch of rain is expected over the next several days. And looks like that we can have another disturbance that will come through towards as we get somewhere closer to the upcoming Labor Day weekend. That's not this weekend, but the next weekend. As it towards the end of the month, that will be for next Saturday the 31st. We could expect another good chance of rain. I will keep you guys posted as it gets closer to that time. So again, it's kind of nice for so. Thank goodness it wasn't 107 today. That was brutal from what we've had last year on this day. But I do have triple digits in the forecast for the next several days, but just once. And all of the days will have highs 90 in the mid to upper 90s, kind of like seasonally hot conditions, without much a chance of rain. And rain chances are not looking all that impressive until we get to at least toward the middle of next week. That's when we could put in that 20% rain chance. So tomorrow night, so that's basically what I have for you guys. And once again, we do not have anything active in the tropics at the moment. That's kind of almost a rarity for August. And tomorrow night I will keep you guys updated with the preview of your weekend weather, as well as a recap of preview and recap of tomorrow night's Democratic National Convention, as well as my National Day calendar effect. But that's all that I have. That will be all that I have for you guys here on this Wednesday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here tonight. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.